Prince Harry and Prince William won't walk side by side on Saturday as they follow their grandfather Prince Philip's coffin, and Queen orders the brothers to be separated behind Philip's coffin. Prince Harry has arrived back in the UK for the first time in over a year, and he was ready to join the royal family to attend Prince Philip's funeral on Saturday. While royal fans, all eyes will be on Prince Harry and Prince William on Saturday, during the televised funeral service of their grandfather, Prince Philip. On Thursday, Buckingham Palace released that William and Harry's cousin, Peter Phillips, the son of Princess Anne, will walk between the princes for the somber moment. The brothers will also take seats apart from each other for the service itself, with the Duke of Cambridge seated next to Peter Phillips and the Duke of Sussex next to Lord Snowdown, according to an insider revealed. The Queen has signed off plans which will see Prince Harry and Prince William walking behind Philip's coffin as it makes its way to St. George's Chapel. She has decided on each and every detail of her husband's funeral, to ensure his wishes are carried out as much as possible under the trying circumstances of the pandemic. The Queen is said to have insisted that nothing detracts from what the day is about, commemorating the extraordinary life of her husband. When Philip's coffin is taken into St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle, William will move ahead of his brother as the royal family arrives in pairs. Therefore, there will be no images of the pair standing shoulder to shoulder during the service, which will take place at St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle. The Queen is determined that nothing should detract from what the day should be about, and that is to commemorate the remarkable life of her beloved husband. The family are united in their grief for the loss of a much-loved father, grandfather and family member and are determined to give the Duke a proper send-off. Palace officials refused to comment when asked whether the position of William and Harry was an effort to minimize family tensions, which have grown after the Duke and Duchess of Sussex gave an explosive interview to Oprah Winfrey in March. The royal funeral will bring the two brothers together for the first time in a year, following Harry and Meghan Markle's decision to walk away from the royal family. The estranged brothers have not seen each other face to face since Harry's shocking tell-all Oprah Winfrey interview last month with his wife, Meghan Markle. As the brothers walk behind Philip's coffin, comparisons will certainly be made to the heartbreaking scene in 1997 of the then young boys walking behind their mother, Princess Diana's, coffin during her funeral. On Thursday, Harry's grandmother Queen Elizabeth II decided that senior royals must wear civilian clothes to Philip's funeral, defusing any potential tensions over who would be allowed to don military uniforms. This means Harry won't risk being the only member of the royal family not in uniform during Saturday's funeral for his grandfather. Queen Elizabeth's decision means Prince Harry won't risk being the only member of the royal family not in uniform during Saturday's funeral for his grandfather. And the decision also sidesteps another potential controversy after reports that Harry's uncle Prince Andrew considered wearing an admiral's uniform to his father's funeral. The Duke of York retains his military titles even though he was forced to step away from royal duties. Royal biographer, Angela Levin, has blasted Prince Andrew and Prince Harry, after it emerged members of the royal family will now not wear military uniform at Prince Philip's funeral. Royal author Angela Levin accused that Prince Andrew of throwing tantrums, as the Duke of York wanted to wear an admiral's uniform. Prince Andrew was due to be promoted to admiral in 2020 to mark his 60th birthday, but this did not go ahead after he stepped down from royal duties following his disastrous Jeffrey Epstein interview. In a second tweet, Ms. Levin added, "Hasn't our queen at 94 got much more to cope with than deciding on what male family members should wear for her adored husband's funeral?" Ms. Levin tweeted, "Due to Princes Andrew and Harry throwing tantrums, none of the royal family will be wearing military uniforms on Saturday. The funeral is scheduled to take place Saturday at Windsor Castle, with attendance limited to 30 because of virus restrictions. The funeral is limited to Queen Elizabeth and Philip's 4 children, 8 grandchildren, their spouses, the late Princess Margaret's children and several members of Philip's Greek and German family. None of the young children in the royal family are expected to attend. The Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Philip served in the Royal Navy for 12 years and maintained close ties to the armed forces throughout his life. So, military personnel will have a large role in honoring him Saturday despite the attendance limit. Members of the Royal Navy, the Royal Marines, the Royal Air Force and the British Army plan to take part in the funeral procession. Philip's coffin will be carried to St. George's Chapel on a specially adapted Land Rover, which he designed himself. Here is the full list of guests who will attend the funeral of Prince Philip on Saturday at St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle. 1. Queen Elizabeth II. 2. Prince Charles and his wife, Camilla, the Duchess of Cornwall. 3. Princess Anne and her husband, Vice Admiral Tim Lawrence. 4. Princess Edward, his wife Sophie, Countess of Wessex, and their children, Forfar, Viscount Severn and Lady Louise Mountbatten Windsor. 5. Prince Andrew. 6. Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex. 7. Prince William and his wife, Catherine, Duchess of Cambridge. 8. Zara and Mike Tyndall. 9. Princess Beatrice and her husband, Edoardo Mapelli Mozzi. 10. Princess Eugenie and her husband, Jack Brooksbank. 11. Lady Sarah and her husband, Daniel Chatto. 12. Prince Philip of Hohenlohe-Langenburg. 13. Prince Donatus, Landgrave of Hesse. 14. Bernhard, Hereditary Prince of Baden. 15. Princess Alexandra. 16. Duke of Kent. 17. Vice Admiral Sir Timothy Lawrence. 18. Duke of Gloucester. 19. Earl Snowdon. 20. Mike Tyndall. On today, bespoke Land Rover hearse designed by Duke of Edinburgh revealed ahead of funeral one day. The plans for Philip's funeral, codenamed Forth Bridge, have been in place for many years, and were updated and reviewed regularly by Buckingham Palace staff in consultation with the Queen and the Duke. The Duke's decades-long love affair with Land Rover was so strong that 2 additional Land Rovers were made for belt and braces in case a backup was needed. Prince Philip designed his own custom-built Land Rover hearse for the occasion, and the project spanned 16 years with the Duke making changes including requesting a repaint in military green. He also came up with the open-top rear and special stops to secure his coffin in place. The modified Land Rover Defender TD5 130 chassis cab vehicle has been unveiled for the first time, 2 days before the Duke's final farewell at St. George's Chapel, Windsor Castle. The polished sturdy, utilitarian vehicle, with its heavy-duty wheels and angular structure, stands as a showcase for the Duke's practical nature, and his passion for functional design and engineering. He also designed the open-top rear section where his coffin will rest, made to his exact specifications, including the rubber grips on silver metal pins known as the stops or stoppers which perform the crucial task of preventing the coffin from moving. Thank you for watching our video. Please support growing channel by subscribe channel and like video. And don't forget activate notifications to channel to always get the latest news. If you have any problems with the information in the video, please write a comment below to let us know and answer.